Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up, Kevin Sinfield makes us feel like mere mortals. Is Weldon Road going to continue home comforts for Castleford? And the RFL announced returning and new match official announcements, with another one out the door. So after the other day's announcement of the Rugby League Reliance Fund looking to invest in clubs, the Castleford Tigers have confirmed that they're in discussions with Wakefield Council and the owners of the Junction 32 site, where they was looking to move with a new stadium, about the possibility of staying at a revamped Weldon Road rather than relocated to that proposed new stadium at Junction 32 of the M62 near Glassalton. On Friday, the 26th of November, Wakefield Council announces its intention to give up to £2 million to Castleford Tigers, as well as Wakefield and Featherstone Rovers each, as part of the new Rugby League Resilience Fund to invest in their current stadium and improve community use. This will coincide with the Axiom, who's in charge of the scheme at Junction 32, being refocused away from retail and leisure use, with a high quality employment and commercial development being proposed in its place. Castleford Tigers would use this investment to help towards the major funding of the redevelopment of Weldon Road, to bring its club's famous home to up to modern standards, subject to securing the investment necessary. Key elements of the club's proposal would be to demolish and rebuild the new main stand, which makes sense as there is a lot of real estate behind it, so they can do whatever they want, and modernise the existing Princes Street stand, Railway End and Weldon Road End. I'd leave the Railway End as uncovered, but make it into a safe standing stand. It looks old, it looks bad and they need an updated clock, shall we put it that way. If you've ever been there, you would understand what I mean. It's a ground that's been there for over 100 years and does need some redevelopment. Lots of old concrete, a convexed pitch, and floodlights up pitch side rather than behind the stands. And I'm not talking about one barrier, a multi-frame, 4 of them on each side of the pitch in front of the supporters, not giving the best view, to be honest. Anyway, a mix of new facilities including food and drink outlets, hospitality suites would enhance the matchday experience for Tigers fans, while new conference facilities and meeting rooms would boost non-matchday income and enable the club to further enhance its work within the community. You have a look at all the new stadium over in the UK, that's what they're moving towards, a conference facility with the stadium and also corporate boxes, so that people can pay extra money to get the full corporate experience as sponsors, and also feeling more special than the average fan. That's the whole intent of it all. Now, on the back of this, Castleford have released a statement to that effect, saying, "We welcome the council's announcement on making a contribution towards our plans to improve our home stadium on Weldon Road. There is already an urgent need to invest significant sums to keep Weldon Road functioning as a Super League ground. Being realistic about the timeframes to deliver the retail and leisure developments with the new stadium following the COVID-19 pandemic, from the club's perspective, we believe that it's a right time to explore the option of staying at our historic home. We believe that although major new investment is needed to improve the existing stadium, this would now be in the best long-term interest of Castleford Tigers. Statement released by Mark Grattan, Castleford Tigers RLFC Managing Director. With Weldon Road being the new base, well, the permanent base and continuing base of Castleford Tigers, the Axeman Retail and Leisure redevelopment has full planning approval and a number of retail and leisure operators in place. However, the immediate impact of the COVID-19 impact still being felt by many of the retailers and leisure sector. The likely start of construction had been further delayed. The Junction 32 site next to the M62 is ideally located to take advantage of the strong demand for employment and commercial spaces which currently exists. An employment development on the Junction 32 site will create around 1,800 on-site jobs, with a further 600 further jobs elsewhere to support it, plus over 650 jobs during the construction period. So it could be a long-term benefit for both the club and the developers that Weldon Road is going to be reused. So with all the goings on in Rugby League, with signings going here, there and everywhere, such as Mark Sneed to Salford from Hull and Luke Gale filling the void at Hull, it's weird that we don't look at the people that are at every single level important to the growth of Rugby League. And we are going to cover that with the RFL have promoted 3 referees to their full-time officiating system. So those 3 are James Vella, Liam Rush and Jack Smith, who will fill the vacancies left by the decisions of Robert Hicks and Scott Michalukis to step away from full-time officiating, although both will continue as part-time officials. One of those full-time announcements is Jack Smith, who is returning to the full-time squad for the first time in 4 years. Former Royal Marine Commando, who was shot through the chest in 2010 by a Taliban sniper, had 2 previous seasons with the full-time squad in 2016 and 2017, while he continued to officiate on a part-time basis at all levels, including Super League, for the past 4 years. He's now 32 years old and is also an ambassador for Lead the Game, a project launched in the autumn of 2020 between the RFL and the UK Armed Forces Rugby League to offer veterans a structured pathway towards match officiating, which is a fantastic cause. In the centre here is Liam Rush, who will become the youngest member of the full-time squad at the age of 21. Although he's gained significant experience in 2 seasons on the Grade 1 list, including at Super League level. Also, on the left-hand side, James Vella joins the full-time squad and has started refereeing in St George with Society in Sydney, as the Australian native has become a valuable addition to the referees RFL's Grade 1 list since he arrived in England, but he is only 32 as well, so he's got a few years on that track as well. Steve Ganson, the head of the match officials, said, "First, on behalf of the RFL and the wider game, I'd like to thank Scott Michalukis for his 5 years on the full-time panel, following his decision to step away for personal and professional reasons. Scott has been a valuable member of our squad, unlike Robert Hicks, whose departure from the full-time squad was announced recently. It is very good news that he will remain available as a part-time official." The full-time squad for 2022 has a blend of experience and some new faces, who I'm sure will take the opportunity they will be presented with throughout 2022 and beyond. Liam, Jack and James will join us from the start of our off-season programme in December. On his decision to step away from the full-time role, Scott Michalukis said, I've decided to step back into a part-time role for a number of reasons. Ultimately, family comes first, and this allows me to stay involved at the highest level of the game, but also have the opportunity to follow a long-term employment opportunity away from rugby. I still will be involved with the select group of officials as a referee and a touch judge, and use my experience to help the current group and hope to stay involved in the professional game on match days for many years to come. So this is what the full-time match official squad looks like for 2022, as Ben Failer is the most experienced referee and has been around since 2006, and Jake Charles 2010 will be looking to be leaders in that group. Chris Kendall has been around since 2015, and Liam Moore rejoins the group. Tom Grant even joined in 2018, while Marcus Griffiths joined in 2019, with Jack Smith rejoining 2022, with Liam Rush and James Vella, as mentioned, also joining in 2022. So before I go on to what this gentleman has done yet again for the name of friendship and also a worthwhile cause, I do have to say, people have been saying, have you got a mate like Kevin Sinfield who'll do that for you? I'm just going to say this instead. Are you a mate like Kevin Sinfield that will do something for a mate? It's something to think about. I'd like to think I am. But let's see. Anyway, Kevin Sinfield was once again cheered by the Headingley crowd and his former teammate Rob Burrows as he completed a grueling 101-mile run within 24 hours for motor neuron disease, or what it's called in America, Lou Gehrig's disease. A year after running 7 marathons in 7 days and raised awareness and a massive amount of money for the MND Association, Sinfield continued his remarkable charity efforts by completing the task without sleep before being greeted by Burrows as he crossed the finish line. It was yet another demonstration of great friendship, and a crowd of about 1,000 fans were on hand to cheer the former Leeds Rhinos and England star, whose Sayer Kev nickname must surely become official when the Queen's Next Awards for knighthoods come around. But saying that, he has quashed it. He's played it down quite a bit. Not talking about a knighthood, as he's still got a lot more things to do. The tally of his latest effort has surpassed £1.5 million, and donations continue to pour in. Sinfield has been an inspiration to everyone while he pushes his body to a limit. For Rob Burrows, a teammate for around 16 years at the club and international level, who was diagnosed with motor neuron disease in 2019. Rob knows how much we love and care about him, Sinfield told BBC Breakfast. For those really dark moments, you have to think of Rob. The 41-year-old set off from the home ground of Leicester Tigers, where he now coaches, at 8:40 AM Monday, and ran 101 miles to Leeds within 24 hours to complete what's called the Extra Mile Challenge. The run itself was split into roughly 7-kilometre sections, with each stanza needing to be completed within 60 minutes. After entering Headingley before 8:30 AM Tuesday, Sinfield walked to the finish line with Burrows' daughter Macy, and it was embraced by former teammates and his close mate. It's been a real team effort for all the crew, and I wouldn't have got it done without them, Sinfield said. The support along the route has been incredible right from the start. It was certainly a battle. We wanted a battle, and we certainly got one. I'm broken. I don't know when I'll be able to run again. Sinfield, who has played for 18 seasons at Leeds and was awarded an OBE in the June's Queen's Birthday Honours, initially set a target of raising £100,000. However, donations soared to more than £500,000 by the time he was welcomed to Headingley by 1,000 supporters and the Borough family. The donations continued and they have surpassed 1.7 million. Thanks so much to all involved with the amazing event, Borough told the BBC. The money raised will help people to get great facilities for the new care centre and will help find a cure for MND. Burrows now speaks with a voice box translator, a specific bit of technology that is used with an app that replicates his voice, and he's able to communicate with it. And without donations and events like what Kev done, he could not do this. He could not speak in the way that he needs to get his words across. We're all seen here as a previous event. Said today is an amazing day for the whole community and will benefit every sufferer. Lastly, to my amazing friend Kev, you do not realise the impact you have had on me and the whole MND community. And here at the event, it was clear to see the friendship that the two have. MMD affects the brain and nerves and eventually stops muscle functions. The money raised will go to MMD's association and the Leeds Hospital charity to build a new care home in the name of Rob Burrow, who was awarded an MBE in 2020 for his services to rugby league and motor neuron disease. Soccer great Alan Shearer, world champion boxer Frank Bruno, and Olympic cyclist gold medalist Chris Hoy were amongst the sporting identities and Super League stars to express their awe at Sinfield's latest achievement. Bruno, massive congratulations to Kevin Sinfield, who has walked 101 miles in 24 hours to raise money for his pal Rob Burrow and create awareness for Motor Neuron Disease Association. If that does not show determination, friendship and create awareness, we might as well give up. Well done. While Alan Shearer said, what an achievement, the extra mile, Sir Kev. Well done, Kevin Sinfield. Laughing emojis. Or Ralph. So what can I say, guys? Thank you so much for watching. First of all, please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, and also click that notification bell for any updates that may be coming your way or any breaking news aspects. I'm in awe of what Kevin Sinfield has done for Rob Burrow and the Motor Neuron Disease Association. And I'll ask again, it's not have you got a mate like Kevin Sinfield? Are you a mate like Kevin Sinfield? I know I'd like to say I am, and I'd hope that when the chips are down, I would do things like that. But I'm fortunate at this point, very fortunate, that I'm not in that position to be either the affectee or have people around me that are affected. I'd like to do my part in anything that comes on in any small way, but that's just me. What are you? Are you a friend or want a friend like Kevin said? I'll stop rabbiting about that now. What do you think of the other two stories today? Yeah, it's quite an interesting take with the new referees coming involved. Some young lads 32-year-old for the two elder ones that are joining, and 21-year-old. He's been involved in rugby league for some time, so his face is out there and probably would get the respect of the players. And I hope he encourages more young people to become referees. Only a benefit. And on the flip side, Castleford to stay at Weldon Road. That's the preferred option, I reckon. Fans know where it is, first of all. They don't need to stumble too far out of their houses to get to the club. It's in walking distance. Not much else around it. Railway station. Town centre's only a 5-minute walk away. And they have a decent amount of real estate to build on to expand their stadium. All there. So, tell me in the comments what your thoughts are in all this. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Share this video worldwide. Please stay safe. All the best. And I'll see you in the next video.